Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to your Bodyweight Strong upper body and abs workout. In today's upper body and abs workout, you don't need any equipment at all, just a mat or a soft surface, and we're gonna get right into it. So step off to one side of your mat so that you have the full mat extending in front of you. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. We're gonna begin by reaching those arms overhead. Inhale, exhale. One more just like that, inhale. Filling the lungs, filling the belly, and then exhale. One more breath in. And now on this exhale, we're gonna dive forward, finding that forward fold here. At the bottom, bend your knees as much as you need so that the fingertips can come down to the mat, and then start to pedal through your feet a little bit. Just getting a little bit of movement going before we move into our plank series, which is going to be very mobility focused. So focusing on that shoulder mobility to start. In 3, we find our plank. In 2, last one, walking out, find your plank. Now in your strong plank position, shoulders are over the wrists. Wrap the pointy parts of your elbows back and spread your fingers as much as you can. Belly is pulled away from the floor towards your spine, butt is squeezing, and then open your legs a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're gonna start with reaches. So you're gonna reach the left arm down, the right arm down, left, down, right, and down. If this is too extreme, you can come down to your knees and do the exact same thing. We're just mobilizing the shoulder, pulling those abs away from the floor, and try to minimize any movement, any rocking in the hips. We're gonna come down to our knees in 3, in 2, last one, hands down, come down to your knees, press your hips down so you're still in a kneeling plank position. And now we're gonna take that left arm forward, up, back, and down, and then reverse the circle. Circling back, circling forward. Circling back, circling forward. Again, just loosening up that shoulder joint, lubricating that shoulder joint before we get into our work today. 3, we'll switch sides. 2, last one, each direction, and then switch sides. Back with the right arm, forward. Back with the right arm, forward. Now, I myself, I have a little bit of a shoulder injury, and so I'm trying to spend a bit more time warming up my shoulders before I get into my workouts so that my shoulder feels a little bit more prepared. Sometimes I jump right into it, which means that the muscles aren't warm, the joint isn't lubricated, and injury is a little bit more likely. Last one, each direction. Good, and now we're gonna go for something called scaption. So this is scapular retraction and protraction. Your scapula are your shoulder blades. So I want you to drop your chest, pull the shoulder blades together, and then reach the shoulder blades apart and chest away from the floor. So drop your chest, shoulder blades glide together, spread the shoulder blades apart, lift the chest away from the floor. You can stay on your knees here, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're gonna come onto your toes. I'm gonna try to stay on my toes because most of the time when I'm working a plank, I'm on my toes. So it's a little bit more beneficial. It lends itself more to the kind of work that I tend to do. In 4, in 3, you can't see, but my arms are shaking already. 2, and 1. Drop your knees down, shift your hips back, and just find a child's pose for a moment. Whew. All right, so our shoulders should be feeling a little bit more warm. We're now gonna move into our abdominal warm-up section, finding our plank position here. Find that plank and then lift your hips up to a downward facing dog. We ripple forward, down to your plank, up to your dog, down to your plank, up to your dog. Now, I had not taken a yoga class in months, and I just recently took 2 with one of my sisters when I was in Texas. Shout out to Abby and Black Swan Yoga in Austin. And it made me remember why I love yoga, but also what a downward facing dog is supposed to be. So you're shifting your sits bones up and pushing your heels down. Sometimes when I'm teaching, I don't follow the proper downward dog indications, but that's what you're going for, to stretch your hamstrings. In 3, in 2, last one. Hold your plank and start to march your knees. In and in, in and in. Those shoulders are feeling really heated up. You're pressing the chest away from the floor. This is your scapular protraction. So if you were to stand up, it would look like you were a bit rounded in the back. So that's not what we're going for usually when we stand. But in a plank, you want to really broaden those shoulder blades out. In 3, in 2. Last one, hold your right knee in. You're gonna take that right knee to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. We're gonna step that right foot in front of the left. In 3, in 2, and 1. Step your right foot in front of the left. Step your right hand into the midline and open up, find your side plank. If this is too much, 2 options. You bend your back knee or you come to both knees. If it's too much for your shoulder, come down to your elbow and keep going from there. 8, 6, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, opposite side. So left knee comes in, left elbow, right elbow, left elbow, right elbow. I'm gonna turn away from you. In 3, we side plank. In 2, last one, step that left foot in front of your right, step the left hand to the center, open up here in your side plank. Now you can see that back knee a little bit better, so this is a modification on its own, or you can come down to your knees or to your elbow. All right, we are done with this plank. In 3, in 2, and 1. Woo! Come back to center. Just take a second, roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. And now we're gonna get into an ab section. We're gonna do abs, we're gonna do arms, and then we're gonna do one final exercise that's a little ab arm combo, okay? So coming down onto your back, we have a double leg stretch. Knees are gonna come into tabletop. Lift your chest and grab on just past your kneecaps. Double leg stretch, you pull into a small package, and then you extend arms and legs away from each other. In and out. Go ahead and get into it. We're gonna be here for 45 seconds. You wanna make sure you're not dropping the head down, so the shoulder blades stay lifted the whole time. And if this is a little bit too intense, you're gonna do one leg at a time. One leg at a time. You can even take the hands behind the head if your neck is the thing that's causing the most discomfort. In. Now, full disclosure, this is not my first ab workout today. And man, oh man, am I feeling my abs. If you've been doing my workouts for a while, you know that abs are my least favorite muscle group to work. So I'm suffering with you as well. 3, 2, 1, whoo! Head down, take a second. All right, next exercise, we're gonna focus in on your right obliques for the next 2 exercises, okay? So, right elbow to right knee, you're in a crunch. Left leg, left arm reach long, you go out and in. If your neck is bothering you, take your right fingertips behind your head for a little extra support. Even though it's the left arm and leg moving, it's the right leg that you're gonna feel more. And if this is a little bit too challenging, you're gonna bend that knee and just do the knee. You can even take the opposite hand behind your head. So options abound here. Take what you need. You got 15 more seconds. Out and in and out. And then we're gonna go for little pulses. 4, in 3, you got this. 2, and 1. All right, little mix up. Extend left arm, extend left leg. Extend right arm, right leg to the ceiling, and now reach for that right ankle. Up and up, up. Woo, if it's too much, take that left foot to the floor. You got 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Very nice job. All right, up next we have oblique V up. We're gonna start with that right hip towards the ceiling, and the left elbow is gonna be underneath your left shoulder. Reach your right arm overhead, and now lean back onto that right butt cheek. You come up and down, up and down, and down. Now, why don't we go ahead and just stay on that left butt cheek? Up and down. I might have said right butt cheek, but we're on the left butt cheek. It's those right obliques that are towards the ceiling. If this is too challenging, do knees, or you can even just do the top knee. Okay, we got options here. In or all the way. Good. For 3, for 2, last one, hold it up, give me little tiny reaches. For 8, for 7, 6, we're gonna flip over. In 5, we do those same 2 moves on the other side. 2 and 1, flipping over, same 2 moves. Left knee into left elbow, right arm, right leg long, out and in. You got it. We're not wasting any time, because guess what? We don't have time. We don't want to waste any time. Carving out, I bet 20 minutes from your day is already quite an ask. And so when you're here with me, we're going to make every second count. Out and up. Good. Out and up. Alrighty, just a couple more seconds. We're gonna lower that right leg down and extend that left arm to the ceiling. In 3, in 2. All right, lower the arm, lower the leg, extend that left leg to the ceiling, little pulses. For 8, for 6, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, alrighty, we hit those left obliques, yeah? You got one more ab move after this, and then we're into our upper body section. Left arm overhead, lean back onto that right butt cheek. You go chop, open, chop, open. Now you can also roll forward and then roll back if that feels more comfortable. I think for many of you, myself included, there's a bone here that sticks out. It's called the greater trochanter at the top of your femur. And so if it protrudes a lot, which for some of us it just does naturally, it's gonna hurt a little bit more to roll forward. So we can just stay back on that right butt cheek. And if it's too much, of course, you know you can always put a cushion underneath your bum, right? Grab a little chair mat, a towel. We're gonna hold it up and pulse in 3, 2. Oh, this one's hard. Last one, hold it up for a pulse. 4 pulse, 8. For 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Woo. Final ab exercise, you ready? I'm ready. Let's just do it. Let's just get it over with. Laying on your back. So we did a ton of crunches. Now we're gonna lay on our back and hit the transverse abdominis and the lower portion of your rectus abdominis. Hands are next to your hips or under your butt. Legs are long. We lower the legs, lift the legs. And I'm gonna try to straighten my legs as much as I can. I filmed, I'm gonna say pretty challenging hamstring and glutes workout earlier today. So my hamstrings are really tight. And I know that from this vantage point, the legs look straight. And then from your vantage point, when you look at my legs, they're bent. But I'm trying. Down and up. Doesn't need to be very big. You can lower halfway and lift. If it's too much overall, take those hands under the butt and just go for leg extensions, okay? I want you to make this workout work for you. And I'm gonna give you the modifications to make it happen. I think sometimes it can be hard when a workout is too challenging, it can be discouraging. And so really take those modifications if you need. In 3, we got one more. In 2, ooh, last one. Okay, I wish I could say that was it, but no, we have our whole upper body section. So go ahead and roll on up, roll on over. We start with push-ups. We're gonna do kneeling push-ups with a reach, very similar to what we did earlier in our workout. So hands are underneath the shoulders, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Walk your knees back and pull your heels towards your buttocks. I haven't said that word in years. All right, we're pushing up. You push and you reach. You push and you reach. Now I have my knees close together. So before I reach, I'm stepping my hand to the center so that I can stay balanced. So let's go ahead and both do that, okay? reach, down, and reach. Maybe I reach 2 times on the same side, that's okay. If this is too easy, come up onto your toes. You got 5 seconds. In 3, in 2, last 1. Go ahead and sit back. We're gonna go for a second set of that exact same thing, but we're gonna get rid of the reach. So we're going just push-ups, 45 seconds, no break. You can be on your knees, you can be on your toes, or you can mix. Find that plank position. I'm gonna start on my toes, 45 seconds, pushing up, down, up, down, up. I am definitely going to drop down to my knees any moment now. There we go. Down and up. Keep your chin off your chest. Elbows are sliding out on the diagonal. This is your standard A-frame push-up because it looks like the capital letter A. Creative, right? Sometimes fitness moves are really misleading, but that's a not misleading one. That's a good one. Capital A-frame. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake it out. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna go for some chest squeezes. You can take a seat on your feet. Elbows come together, hands come together. We pulse it up. Nice and simple. We're gonna be here 45 seconds. By the end of that 45 seconds, your chest is gonna be burning. The fronts of your shoulders are gonna be burning. Good, and look at my elbows. They're together, none of this. None of that crap. We want to keep them together. Up. 25 seconds. I'm feeling it. Squeeze your elbows together a little bit more if you're not feeling it. And there might be some of you, some of my bustier friends out there, your elbows should be above your bust. So the bust is not getting in the way. I've also never said bust so many times in one video. 5 seconds. We have tripod push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. We won't stretch yet. We will stretch later. Don't stress. Tripod. We're going to take our hands down, flip your fingertips forward towards each other, and then tuck your toes and lift your butt up into the air. Woo! We're going to go for a bending of the elbows. Down and up. Down and up. Modification is to take those hands up onto an elevated surface. Maybe you have a staircase in your home or your apartment. Maybe you have a fancy apartment, I don't know. Or you can take those hands onto 2 yoga blocks. You got options, okay? I just looked at the camera and I saw the board games that I have underneath my camera to prop it up. I could have put those board games under my hands. They're nice and expensive board games. They're sturdy. 10 seconds. Speaking of board games, if you like board games and you're not playing Spirit Island, what are you doing? Get into it. 3, 2, last, 1, down. Again, we're not stretching. Maybe you can shake. Woo! But we're not stretching yet. We will stretch at the end. Don't worry. 5 seconds. We go for a second set. 45 seconds tripod push-ups. And then you have your final move. Woo! 45 seconds. Let's do it. Down, up, down, up. Oh, yeah. This one's tough. I like it. You can also always just take a second. That's a modification that I don't mention so much, is you can take a moment to yourself. Mine are getting less shallow because my chest and my shoulders are really, really sore. You got 15 seconds. Just close your eyes, make a nasty face if you need. Final 8. Oh, wow. 3. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. 2, 1. Whew. I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. Oh, more like I'm gonna feel that in 20 minutes. Okay, we're next gonna finish with our combo ab and tricep exercise. You have a tricep dip to a hip pull. Hands are underneath your shoulders, fingertips facing forward. Find your reverse plank. 1 dip, and then 1 pull. Pull, lift, dip, pull, lift. You can also put your hands onto some dumbbells if your wrists are bothering you for a little extra support. But spreading your fingers out and pushing through your fingertips is gonna help you get rid of that shoulder pain. Or excuse me, get rid of that wrist pain. I said shoulder pain because I felt my shoulders a little bit there. Whew. 10 seconds. This is it. This is your finale. I am suffering. 3, 2, last 1. Down. Wow. Let's go ahead and stretch together. My goodness, that was amazing. All right, let's go ahead and come into a kneeling position. We're going to interlace the hands behind our back, squeeze the wrists together, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin. Anytime we're doing moves like push-ups, it's also gonna increase your heart rate like mad because your whole body is working. Alrighty, now take both of your hands to your right hip and then take your right ear to your right shoulder, releasing the left side of your neck. Looks like this. Switching sides. Now I really encourage you to stay in the stretch. I am somebody who often clicks out before the stretch. Don't. It's important time. Just as important as the workout is letting your muscles calm themselves. Alrighty, and then go ahead and release those hands. We're gonna finish with my new favorite stretch called the puppy pose. You're gonna have your knees under your hips, keep your butt high, so not a child's pose. Lower your forehead down, and then walk your arms forward. Once you're there, flip your palms up to the sky, and walk your hands, your pinkies a little bit more forward as well. Instead of pulling the butt down to your feet, think of pulling it up and back. Pulling those shoulders away from the ears here. Even though we're not in the workout, let's say, you still want to be respecting those shoulder principles. So shoulders down, away from ears is a good way to start. Now take your palms together like you're going to clap your hands. Bend your elbows. Woo, feel those triceps. Thumbs come to the base of your neck or your hairline. Walking your elbows a little closer to your ears is going to make it a little bit more challenging. Just hold here and breathe for a couple more seconds. I know you're tempted to let it go, tempted to get out of it, but you earned this time. Give yourself this time. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, lower those hands down to the mat, walk them next to your ears, and then press up, finding that tabletop position. In tabletop, we arch the back, gaze at the ceiling, drop the chest. We inhale, round the back, tucking the tail. I messed up that breathing, so let's do it right this time. We inhale, arching back. There we go. Exhale, rounding the back. Feels more natural that way. One more inhale, arching the back, gazing at the sky. Exhale, round your back, tucking your tail, looking at your thighs. They look good. And then come back to that tabletop position and turn to face me. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. That was an incredibly challenging upper body and abs equipment-free workout, and I hope you feel way stronger than when you started. If you're looking for more workouts like these, then I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. It's called Emily's Aligned Fitness, and I have new workouts coming out every single Monday. Again, thank you for joining me. Great job, and I look forward to working out with you again.
Can I be a